Sukup Manufacturing Company hires people that were born and raised to work in this industry.
I grew up farming, and we had Sukup equipment on our farm.
I still actively farm. I know what the farmers' problems are. I can use that to help make our products better.
What kind of separates a successful farm from one that's having a little more trouble right now is the ability to market your grain.
And the best way to manage that?
On-farm storage.
Sue Rother, fleet manager for Sukup trucking operations.
We've had several calls where a farmer has broke down, a dealer needs the part right away. We do whatever we can to get it there.
The Sukup dealer network is also a critical part of the company's success.
Our relationship with our dealers is very close. They know who they can contact if they have a need.
The dealers are absolutely committed to this product.
When you buy something, you want to make sure you have good service that comes with it.
Hey, are you going to the door?
Which guy?
You? Should have texted me. I brought some.
Hey, Victor, catch it. Victor, catch it. Questions or start already? I can't read it. Get that fun started for you to get you in those classes. Good.
Only if I can video it. Only if I can video
Hello and welcome to Wray for today's contest between the Yuma Indians and your Wray Eagles. The product of high school sports is not state championships, but the development of lifetime values such as respect. Interscholastic competition teaches respect, not only for the game, but for those who play it, coach it, and watch it. The lessons of respect extend beyond the playing field and into the classroom in our daily lives. Once again, and welcome to Wray High School for today's game.
Starting for the Indians. At center field, number 12, Angel Escobar. Right fielder, number 22, Adrian Granza. Catchy, number 1, Victor Perez. First baseman, number 27, Junior Montez. Under down, number 14, Connor Lynch. At shortstop, number 4, Bridger Lynch. Third baseman, number 18, Braden Brunk. Second baseman, number 6, Jimmy Montez. And left fielder, number 24, Cody Smith. Starting for the Eagles. Leading off, number 9, center fielder, Ashton Rogers. Second baseman, number 3, Joey Wymera. Shortstop, number 10, Camden Riggleman. Starting pitcher today, number 24, Ridge Peterson. First baseman, number 7, Rice Peterson. Catching, number 4, Chris Arambula. Third baseman, number 8, Darren Welp. Left fielder, number 21, Yair S. Enriquez. Right fielder, number 5, Caden Lapp. Please stand, remove your cover for the national anthem by Jordan Wilping.
You have depended on Farm Rain for your customized farming equipment and service. We are humbled by your trust. We don't take it lightly. And we don't take it for granted. Thank you for continuing to count on us.
Good afternoon and welcome to today's presentation of Wray Eagles Baseball. Today's matchup hits the Eagles against the Yuma Indians. I'm Connor Dockery. I'll be your host for all the action on KRDZ. Thanks for tuning in. Time now to get into the top of the first inning, which is brought to you by Eagle Oil. Eagle Oil of Wray can handle all your fuel and oil needs. That's Eagle Oil just east of Wray on Highway 34 as we get into the starting batting order. First for Yuma, we've got Angel Escobar in center field, Adrian Carranza at second base, Victor Perez catcher, Hugo Montez at first, Connor Lynch as the starting pitcher, Bridger Lynch at shortstop, Braden Brunk at third. Then you have Jaime Montanez in right field, Carlos Wario designated hitting for him. And then you have Cody Smithy in left field. Head coach of Yuma is Brady Neiswanger, longtime head coach of this Yuma club. Starting on the mound, second game in a row, Ridge Peterson, and his first 3 pitches are out of the zone for balls, and the next delivery grazes the outside of the zone for a called strike 1. So it's a 3-1 count for Angel Escobar to lead off this ball game, as the next delivery is low and away for a leadoff walk. If you normally listen to Yuma Indians baseball, you might wonder, wow, I don't recognize a lot of those names. And that's because got a lot of kids coming back from, I believe, FCLA, one of those things. And most of their players are coming back from that, so they're without the majority of their team, as immediately on the first pitch, Carranza flies this one to left field, and a diving effort by Yahi Enriquez is unsuccessful, so it is a double by Adrian Carranza. Meanwhile, Angel Escobar is held at third base, so a walk and a double is how Yuma will get this ball game underway. And that brings in the catcher, Victor Perez. So Peterson already on 6 pitches, already in a bit of a pickle right here. 2 base runners in scoring position with no outs, as the first delivery to Perez is right down Main Street for a called strike 1. Good delivery there from Ridge Peterson. Trying to get underway, trying to get under control here as this is swing. It's a swinging bunt and a jam right here for Escobar between third and home, and they'll just settle for that 1 out, as they, on the grounder, they could have just stayed where they are and just had the sure out at first. However, there is 1 down and still scoreless, as Escobar out, going from third to home. Meanwhile, Carranza will move up from second to third, and Victor Perez is at first, reaching on fielder's choice. And the next delivery is a called strike 1 to Hugo Montes. Oh, and caught in a run down here between third and home is Adrian Carranza. And meanwhile, another jam right here, and safe at third base is Victor Perez. So a lot of wild action here in the top of the first inning. So, my oh my. So the first pitch to Montes is a called strike 1. Perez tried to steal second, and Garambula instead just made the throw to Ridge Peterson back on the mound, and he, as a result, caught Carranza off the bag, and he decided to make the dash home unsuccessful, was called out, and Perez, as a result, also made it to third. So there's 2 away in the inning, but a base runner still at third there for Yuma. So Hugo Montes at the plate, he's behind 0-2. Swing, foul, tipped into the glove of Chris Arambula. That is a strikeout for Ridge Peterson to retire the side. So a lot of crazy action here in the top of the first inning. However, Ridge Peterson is able to hold Yuma scoreless. So no runs on 1 hit, no Wray errors, 1 left on. It's 0-0 heading into the bottom of the first inning on KRDZ.
You've got places to go and things to do, and you don't want to miss out on any opportunities. With Wray State Bank's student banking, we have the tools to keep you going. Deposit that check from grandma without stopping at the bank, split the bill from your phone when you're out with your friends, and get access to your accounts 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with online and mobile banking. So keep on going, and we'll stick with you wherever you go. Wray State Bank, banking on a first name basis. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Welcome back to beautiful Wray, Colorado. Finally, a warm game for this baseball season. It seems like every single game we've had to this point has just been cold and miserable. However, this one actually fair. Very warm out, very light breeze. So, man, this is nice. Why can't every game be like this? Hopefully, the rest of the season can be like this. As leading us off, Ashton Rogers takes the first pitch on the inside half for a called strike one. Delivery there from Connor Lynch, who is starting on the mound here for the Yuma Indians. Next delivery by Rogers. That one swung on. It's a fly ball to left field, shallow, and it finds the grass for a base hit. So it's a leadoff single for Ashton Rogers. As throwing that one in quickly, Cody Smithy to limit him to just that single. So leadoff base hit there from Wray. Looking pretty good so far. That brings in the dangerous Joey Wymura. Let's go over the batting order here for Wray. So you have Ashton Rogers with that leadoff single. He's in center field. Then Joey Wymura at second. Camden Riggleman at short. Ridge Peterson starting on the mound. Then you have Rice Peterson at first. Meanwhile, first pitch is called strike one to Joey Wymura, and a successful steal by Ashton Rogers from first to second. So a base runner in scoring position with no down here for the Wray Eagles. In the middle of the order, number 6 in the order, Chris Arambula as catcher, Darren Welp at third, Yahi Enriquez in left field, and Caden Lapp in right field. The head coach in year number 5, Brett Vlasheen. Connor Lynch is going to step off the mound, keeping a watchful eye there at second base for Ashton Rogers. Doesn't really like the lead that he's got off of second there so far. So Ashton Rogers has totally occupied some rent-free space there in Connor Lynch's head. Meanwhile, a fly ball to right field. That one drops just ahead of the right fielder Montanez for a base hit, and the throw back in is wild, and Rogers is going to come in to score. Just Yuma, a lot of miscommunication there as Bridger Lynch got the ball back in the infield but did not make the throw, as Ashton Rogers is just like, all right, I'll just keep running. So it's an RBI single from Joey Wymura, and just like that, it's 1-0 in favor of Wray. 2 hits and a run already in their first 2 batters. That brings in Camden Riggleman. So Camden Riggleman trying to keep this train rolling. Connor Lynch, of course, getting the start on the mound for Yuma, as the first delivery is a check swing from Riggleman, but it looks like he broke the plane for strike one. Lynch has pitched 19 innings on the season. He's allowed 18 hits for 28 runs. 22 of those have been earned. He's walked 19 batters and struck out 14. He has an 8.11 ERA and a 1.95 WHIP. Coming into today's action as we have a quick step off from Connor Lynch, trying to get adjusted here in this Wray heat on this Tuesday afternoon. 1-0 lead in favor of Wray. Bottom of the first inning and an 0-1 count to Riggleman. A step-off pickoff attempt at first base for Joey Wymura. Unsuccessful. He dives back in. So Connor Lynch will get back focused there on the mound. Trying to throw a couple of challenge pitches right here as Riggleman will lay off of that one. It's too low for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Yuma coming into play, 4-4 record in the Lower Platte League, 4-6 overall. They actually started their season 0-5, but they have since gone 4-1 as their schedule's starting to lighten up a little bit as a fly ball to right field, and getting under it for the catch is Montanez, and a pickoff attempt at first as Wymura has to return to the bag. He is safe. So there's the first out of the inning. It's a fly out to right field for Camden Riggleman. Brings in Ridge Peterson, starting pitcher. Pitcher versus pitcher matchup here in the bottom of the first inning. We'll see what Ridge Peterson can do. Initially was actually not on the roster at the start of the season. He was kind of undecided on whether he wanted to come back and play some baseball with the team. He played last year as a freshman. Was unsure about coming back, and after the first weekend, he was like, you know what, I think I want to give it a shot. And good thing he has, because he is a very, very good pitcher for this Wray Eagles team, something that they sorely needed in the early going. As a step-off attempt, pickoff at first is unsuccessful. Wymura definitely has Connor Lynch's eye there. Meanwhile, the first delivery to Ridge Peterson was a strike, so he is behind in the count 0-1. Another step off and pickoff attempt at first is unsuccessful. The throw is away. However, keeping that one close is Hugo Montez. Wymura will not try to advance. So almost an error right there if Wymura had decided to make the jump for second base, but he wants to play it safe right here. Still an 0-1 count for Ridge Peterson. Finally, the next delivery. That one bounces in the dirt, and there's the steal attempt, uncontested. Joey Wymura makes it easily into second base. A free base there for Wymura, and with one down in the inning, Wray has another base runner in scoring position. Once again, 1-0 in favor of Wray, bottom of the first. Lynch watching Wymura there, just keeping his eye on there. And a throw to second, it's off the line, and it goes into the outfield, and Joey Wymura going to move up to third on the throwing error. That one way off the mark, and it's going to cost Connor Lynch there, as another base runner now just 90 feet away there at third base. So the first error of the game for either team. So far for Wray, 2 hits, 1 run. Another delivery for Ridge Peterson. That one misses low and away for ball 2. It's now 2-1. Lynch really taking his time here. Next delivery swung on foul, tipped in the dirt for Ridge Peterson. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 away in the inning. Wymura, the base runner, at third base. Ridge Peterson trying to drive in another run here, trying to add to Ray's lead in the early going. Here's the 2-2. That one swung on. It's a short fly ball just off of third, but it's going to land foul, as Brunk was a little bit too far to try to run that one down. It remains a 2-2 count, 1 away in the inning. Wray coming into today's action 5-6 overall, 3-4 in the lower Platte League, coming in on a doubleheader split with Burlington. Dropped game 1, but they came back and took game 2. Very convincing game 2 victory, especially there on the mound for Ridge Peterson. Quality start for him, 5 innings, only allowing 3 runs on 3 hits. Next one was in the dirt, 3-2, and another one in the dirt will walk Ridge Peterson. So the first walk of the game issued by Connor Lynch. And that will put base runners on the corners. Still 1 down. Here is Rice Peterson. Peterson has been heating up as of late. Had a bit of a cold start to his senior season here for the Eagles. But again, he's definitely picked up his game as of late. First delivery to Peterson. That one misses above the zone, and Ridge Peterson trying to steal second, and it's unsuccessful. Meanwhile, on the throw, Joey Wymura is going to steal home uncontested. So a double steal there, if you will, and it is now 2-0 in favor of Wray. So 2 runs on 2 hits in the bottom of the first inning for Wray. Base runner on second, it's Ridge Peterson, and a 1-0 count to Rice Peterson. Just 1 out. Next one is swung on. It's a pop fly, and it's going to go up and over the Yuma dugout and out of play. Evens up the count at 1-1. So Rice Peterson, in his last game, he went 0 for 3 at the plate. He was walked once in game 2 of that 11-5 victory against Burlington on the road on Saturday. Next delivery swung on. It's a line drive into the left field corner as Smithy has to make a far run down for it. Rice Peterson is going to second. It's a stand-up double. Oh, he's chugging for third. Ridge Peterson did come home to score, and Rice Peterson makes it in safely to third base. It's an RBI triple for Rice Peterson. Brings his brother in to score, and it's 3-0 for the Eagles. My, oh my. Wray, a strong showing in the bottom of the first inning against, let's be honest, Yuma's JV squad. So Rice Peterson, that's the 4th triple hit of the season for the Eagles. As the first delivery now to Chris Arambula. That one is called strike one, lower outside edge of the zone. So still one out. Rice Peterson, base runner at third. And Wray with a 3-0 score. Here's the 0-1 to Arambula. That one misses below the knees for ball one. Arambula in his last game went 1 for 5 at the plate. Had an RBI in that one. Able to contribute in that Game 2 victory against Burlington. 1-1 count. That one misses off the plate, and Rice Peterson going to stay there at third as Perez missed that on the glove as well. 2-1 count to Chris Arambula. So Wray, again, started their season a little bit rough. However, they were able to split not only those 2 games against Burlington, but also split the 2 games with Wiggins as well. Those are 2 pretty quality opponents that Wray has been able to take some games away from. Another one, a called strike 2 on the inside half for Arambula. That brings up the count even, 2-2. Lynch is ready there on the mound. Here's the 2-2 delivery. This one swung on, good thunk at that one, and it goes right through the second baseman, Carranza, and it's going to be an RBI double. Arambula chugging for second. No, he's not stopping. Throw in time is too late. He's going for third, and he makes it successfully. Back-to-back triples for the Eagles, and it's 4-0 in the bottom of the first. My, oh my. So Rice Peterson comes in to score 4th run, 4th hit as well in the inning. So Chris Arambula, that is his 2nd triple hit of the season. That brings in Darren Welp. Arambula, base runner at third, and still one down in the inning as the first delivery to Welp is called strike 1 on the lower left corner. So Darren Welp able to get his first base hit of the season in that 2nd game of that Burlington doubleheader as Lynch steps off. Wray really issuing a lot of pressure to Connor Lynch in this one. Lynch really the only starter that is present for this Yuma team. Again, mentioned a lot of Yuma players are away on other extracurricular activities. And the majority of their team, again, not here. So largely Yuma's JV team. It's a 1-1 count meanwhile to Darren Welp. Next delivery, that one misses above the zone. That's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out for the Wray Eagles. Base runner at third. They lead Yuma 4-0. Really taking advantage of this JV unit. Here's the 2-1 delivery to Welp. That one swung at and missed for strike 2. Darren Welp on the season, leading the team both in walks and strikeouts. 13 walks, 17 strikeouts. 1 for 23 at the plate. Here's the 2-2 delivery, swung on and missed, and there is strike 3. 2nd out of the inning. The first strikeout of the game for Connor Lynch, and that brings in Yahi Enriquez. Meanwhile, pitch number 28 coming up for Connor Lynch. So Wray really kicking up that pitch count for Lynch early, which that could mean trouble for them later in the game as they might have to go to some unknown pitchers in this one, as the first delivery to Enriquez is off and called strike 1. Meanwhile, Arambula uncontested. He steals home from third base. Yuma just falling asleep there. My, oh my, not even a throw there. As Arambula comes in the score. Bases are now empty. It's 5-0 in favor of Wray on 4 hits. A lot of interesting run scoring here as the next delivery to Enriquez misses above the zone on an off-speed pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike to Enriquez. Bases empty, 2 down. Enriquez has appeared in 7 games this season, although a couple of times he's just been in the outfield and DH'd at the plate as the next delivery misses off the plate this time. 2 balls and a strike to Yahi Enriquez. Enriquez in his 7 games, however, just 1 for 7 at the plate. 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Here's the 2-1. That one misses low and inside. 3-1 the count for Enriquez. Trying to extend this inning. Lynch has issued 1 walk this inning so far. It was Ridge Peterson who eventually came in to score. Here's the 3-1 delivery. That one misses above. It's a 5-pitch walk.
Number 5, right fielder.
Second walk of the inning issued by Lynch. My, oh my, this is just a crazy bottom of the first inning for Wray. And at batter number 9 of the order for Wray, Caden Lapp steps in, all 9 in the order, getting some batting action here as the first pitch is waved at and missed. He falls behind 0-1. Caden Lapp did play in the last game against Burlington. He went 1 for 4 at the plate, scored a run. He also struck out 3 times. This one is a grounder, goes right to second base, but Carranza doesn't have a play as he lost the handle of it for a bit, so it's a 2-out base hit for Caden Lapp. Meanwhile, Enriquez will move up to third base, so base runners are now on the corners with still 2 away. And for the second time of the inning, here is Ashton Rogers. Wray just continuing to put the pressure on Connor Lynch. They're trying to get this game over with as soon as they can, of course. Mercy rules, if you are up at least 20 runs in the end of the 3rd inning, 15 runs at the end of the 4th inning, or 10 runs in the 5th inning and beyond, then the game is over as Rogers grounds this one to short. The throw to first by Bridger Lynch is on time, and the side is retired. So a very lengthy bottom of the first inning for the Wray Eagles. They turn in 5 hits for 5 runs. There was 1 Yuma error in there as well, and 2 are left on. Top of the second is next. Wray leads 5-0 on KRDZ. Top of the second inning, Wray in front 5-0. Connor Dockery on KRDZ. And immediately on the first pitch, Connor Lynch leading us off. He immediately pops this one to right field, and able to run that one down is Caden Lapp. So there's the first out of the inning. That one in foul territory as well. So just like that, 1 up, 1 down on just the first pitch by Ridge Peterson. Meanwhile, the first pitch for Bridger Lynch grounds this one to third, and the throw to first base is in time for the second out. A great throw from Darren Welp. So 2 pitches and 2 outs for Ridge Peterson there on the mound.
Now batting third baseman number 18, Wray Brunk.
My, oh my. So Ridge Peterson having a good start on the mound for Wray, and Wray as a team, great start at the plate. Once again going up against largely Yuma's JV team. As stepping in is Braden Brunk, and his first pitch he swung on and took kind of a chop on that one. He kind of swung downward at it, and it's going to be fouled away to the softball field. So a 0-1 count for Braden Brunk. Brunk so far not appearing in any game for Yuma this season, but he is now as a result of the lack of player availability for the team. As the next delivery misses below the knees, it's ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 away in the inning, base is empty for Yuma. Here is the next delivery from Ridge Peterson. This one swung on, it's gonna be grounded to third. Welp the pickup, throw to first is not in, it is in time. Good snag there on a hop from Rice Peterson, and the side is retired. So 2 ground outs to third base and a pop out. The side is retired in order. It remains 5-0 in favor of Wray. Bottom of the second, next on KRDZ.
An F-150 isn't an F-150 because of the name on the tailgate. It's an F-150 because it's built Ford tough, built to haul more, built to tow more, for the people who count on it. Because they know that brawn can get the job done, but it takes brains and brawn to get it done right. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Bottom of the second inning, Wray leads Yuma 5-0. Connor Dockery on KRDZ. This second inning brought to you by University Napa. Stop in store to see a full line of Milwaukee and Carlisle tools to add to your toolbox. That is University Napa in Yuma, Brush, Wray, and Sterling. Joey Wymura leading us off here in inning number 2. First pitch was in the zone for strike 1, and then he just fouled one away to the softball field for strike 2. So Connor Lynch looking for a faster second inning than the first inning. He went through 10 batters in the first inning, gave up 5 runs on 5 hits as Wymura grounds this one to second. Throw to first is in time. However, the throw from Carranza to Montez was too high, and it brought Montez off the bag. So as a result, Joey Wymura is safe. So that's going to be an error right there for Yuma, their second error of the game. So Wymura now 1 for 2. RBI single in the first inning. And then reaching on an error here in the second inning. So base runner on first, a step off by Lynch. Check on first is not in time. Lefty thrower here for Lynch, so he is facing first base when he is in the stretch. So a good eye there on Joey Wymura. Stepping in now, Camden Riggleman. First delivery to him, swung on. It's a fly ball to left field, and getting under it to make the catch is Smithy. There's the first out. Wymura, meanwhile, has to retreat to first base. So Camden Riggleman now 0 for 2 in this one. Flew out to right field in the first inning, and then flew out to left field here, and it's now Rich Peterson. One down in the inning, base runner on first for Wray. Rich Peterson, he is 0 for 0 in this one. He was walked in the first inning. Also scored one of those 5 runs as the first pitch is swung on, foul tipped into the glove. Meanwhile, a stolen base by Wymura. The throw by Perez is off the line, and he's going to go for third base, and he is safe at third. So Wymura really taking advantage of this Yuma JV squad in the field, stealing as many bases as he can. So a successful steal to second base. And then he's able to make it to third as a result of the initial errant throw. Second error of the inning. 3 errors overall in the bottom of the second now for Yuma as Rich Peterson swings and misses. He falls behind 0-2. Lynch looking to get this second out right here. Doesn't want to get any more movement on the bases from Joey Wymura, currently at third with no outs. 0-2 delivery, this one swung on, foul tip behind the plate. Rich Peterson able to hang in there in this current plate appearance. Rich Peterson in his last game went 1 for 3 at the plate. Scored 2 runs, batted in 2 runs, and was also walked twice. So not only did he pitch very well on the mound, but he also stuffed the stat sheet at the plate as well as he lays off a pitch too high. That's ball 1. So Yuma, as I mentioned, 4-6 overall in the season. Started 0-5. They've gone 4-1 since. They swept doubleheaders with Haxton and Sedgwick County, and also dropped one against number 1 ranked Lyman. As Peterson swings and misses, there is strike 3 for the second out of the inning. There's also the second strikeout of the game for Connor Lynch. Here is Rice Peterson. Pitch number 45 coming up next for Connor Lynch. 10th of the inning. Wray forced him into throwing 35 pitches in the bottom of the first. As the first delivered to Peterson, this one grounded right through the glove of Bridger Lynch at short, and in left field, Smithy has trouble getting it as well. Rice Peterson going second, and he's going to try to go to third, and he makes it safely to third. Was going to be a base hit, however, a couple of fielding mishaps there allowed him to move it all the way up to third base. So 2 away, base runner now at third. That brings in Chris Arambula. So here is the first pitch to Arambula. That one misses off the plate. Perez able to keep that one close. It's a 1-0 count to Arambula. So 4 errors now in the inning for the Yuma Indians. 5 overall on the ballgame. But Ray's going to take advantage. Again, coming in to score there was Joey Wymura on the play. So it's now 6-0 in favor of Wray. This one's a short looper to short, and the throw to first not in time by Bridger Lynch. So an infield single from Chris Arambula. He's now 2 for 2 on the game with 2 RBIs as he brings in another run. Rice Peterson coming in to score from third. Look at that. So 2 runs scoring in the inning for Wray. They now lead 7-0 over Yuma. Still 2 outs in the inning. Base runner now at first. That brings in Darren Welp. He struck out swinging in the first inning, looking to keep this inning going. First delivery swung on, foul tipped as Arambula was making the dash from first to second. He's going to have to go back to first as a result of the foul ball. So an 0-1 count to Darren Welp. With the strikeout in this game, Welp is now 1 for 24 at the plate this season. So struggling to hit the ball. However, those 13 walks certainly helping his on-base percentage, as this one is a fly ball to left field. Getting under it to make the catch is Smithy, and the side is retired. So Welp now 0 for 2 in this ball game. However, in this inning, Wray able to turn in 2 runs on 1 hit. There were 4 Yuma errors in the inning, and 1 is left on base. It's 7-0 in favor of Wray. The top of the third is next on KRDZ.
I'm in a hurry to get things done. Oh, that honey-do list is so much fun. All I really gotta do is paint the house and build a new deck for a happy spouse.
Come in and see us at Wray Lumber Company. We'll help you tackle that honey-do list or any building or home improvement project. Wray Lumber Company on Main Street in Wray, where your goodwill is our greatest asset.
Go Eagles!
Proud sponsor of Wray Eagle Athletics.
Top of inning number 3, Wray in front of Yuma's JV squad, 7-0. Connor Dockery on KRDZ. This third inning brought to you by Quality Irrigation at Quality Irrigation and Quality Storage Solutions. Quality isn't just their name, it's their way of life. Leading us off in the third inning is Carlos Wario. First delivery to him, swung on and grounded just past the glove of Rich Peterson, but at short, Riggleman the pickup. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Bit of a slow run there for Wario, and otherwise what might have been an infield single was turned into an out, so a good throw there from Riggleman. So 1 up, 1 down. He had a similar start in the second inning there, did Rich Peterson there on the mound. The first 2 batters actually were retired on just the first pitch. Meanwhile, here's the first pitch, a big swing and a miss there for Cody Smithy, and he falls behind 0-1. So the bottom 3 for Yuma, Braden Brunk, Carlos Wario, and Cody Smithy have not previously appeared in a varsity game for Yuma. So a couple of Indians making their varsity debuts here in this one. Next one was swung on, foul tip behind the plate as Smithy falls behind 0-2. Here is the next delivery. This one swung on, foul tipped, but Arambula couldn't make the snag. It's just going to be a foul ball. 0-2, the count remains for Smithy. Rich Peterson so far in this one. 2 1/3 innings pitched, allowing just 1 hit and walking 1 batter. No runs yet, as this one is grounded on a hop to first. Peterson, the underhanded throw to Rich Peterson, and there is the second out of the inning. So Rice Peterson steps off first to get the short grounder, and Rich Peterson covering the bag. The nice brotherly connection there to get the second out. Brings back the top of the order for Yuma, Angel Escobar, the center fielder. He will try to keep this inning alive. Meanwhile, Rich Peterson looking to retire his second consecutive inning in order. Escobar, here is the first delivery to him. He's showing bunt. It's going to be popped, but over to the Yuma dugout for a foul ball. So he falls behind 0-1. Ridge Peterson, he walked Escobar in the top of the first inning to lead off the ball game. That was the lone walk of the game for Ridge Peterson. Next delivery swung on, foul tipped, and Ridge Peterson one strike away from retiring his second consecutive inning in order and also his 7th consecutive batter, dating back to the final out of the first inning. Here's the 0-2 delivery. This one misses above the zone for ball 1. Good layoff there for Escobar. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Escobar. Base is empty, 2 outs. 7-0 lead for Wray. Another one fouled away in the dirt. So Escobar just hanging in there. Big differential in the pitch count so far. Connor Lynch for Yuma has thrown 49 pitches so far. Ridge Peterson, just his 26th pitch coming up right here. Here's the 1-2. This one swung on, grounded back to Peterson on the mound. Turn to first is in time, and the side is retired. So 7 consecutive batters retired for Ridge Peterson, and Yuma still looking for their first run of the game. Wray still leads 7-0. Bottom of the 3rd is next on KRDZ.
The patronage check that we receive once a year has been great for us.
You know, the cashback patronage is like a little bonus almost. I mean, it shows up when you're not expecting a dividend.
When you're paying it into a business that you are part owner in, that money comes back to you. It takes the edge off of that. It makes it feel like you're doing something a little bigger, a little something better, using your money a little more wisely.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, Wray still in front of Yuma, 7-0. The bottom of the 3rd is brought to you by EZ Irrigation. From Zematic center pivots to turf equipment, ATVs, side-by-sides, and Hustler mowers, EZ Irrigation has you covered. Connor Lynch remains on the mound for Yuma. Pitch number 50 was thrown just now to Yahi Enriquez, who was leading off the inning, and he popped it foul. So he falls behind 0-1. Next one he swung on, and it's a line drive to center field for a leadoff single. So Enriquez looking to get another big inning going for Wray, and he gets his 2nd base hit of the season. So base runner on first, no outs. Here is Caden Lapp, number 9 in the order for Wray. So that hit, meanwhile, that was hit number 7 of the game for Wray. Lapp on the first pitch. He swings and grounds this one in the gap between short and third. And it's back-to-back base hits for Wray to get this 3rd inning going. Meanwhile, that could be trouble for Connor Lynch as the top of the Wray order is back. Here is Ashton Rogers. So Enriquez to lead off the inning, 1 for 1 with the walk. Lapp now 2 for 2 in this one. As Ashton Rogers steps in, Rogers is 1 for 2. Hit a single in the first inning, grounded out later in the first inning. He had 2 plate appearances in the first inning, yes. First delivery this time around, misses off the plate for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Rogers, no outs. Base runners on first and second. So Rogers, also in that first inning, he scored the first of 5 runs in that inning and also stole a base. Lynch steps off. He does not like the lead that Enriquez is getting off of second base, as a couple of these base runners today for the Eagles have really been bothering Lynch there on the mound. Wray not afraid to steal bases on the season. Lynch just staring at Enriquez there at second, but he gets in the windup. Next one is swung on. It's a foul ball towards the right side by Rogers. 1 ball, 1 strike for Ashton Rogers. In his last game, went 0 for 2 at the plate against Burlington. He did strike out 2 times on both of those at-bats. Later had Reed Brown hit for him. Reed Brown, in his first action with varsity this season, he went 1 for 2 in that one. Step off by Lynch. A throw to second is not in time. So still base runners on first and second. No outs, 1-1 count for Ashton Rogers. Lynch really takes his time between pitches, especially when there's base runners on. Here's the 1-1. This one waved at and missed, kind of reached out to try to make contact on that one, and he falls behind 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ashton Rogers on the season, he has hit one of now 5 triples, on the season. 2 triples have been hit in this game alone, one by Rice Peterson, one by Chris Arambula. Here's the 1-2 delivery. That one misses off the plate to even it up 2-2. Good pitch to lay off there for Rogers. Off-speed delivery off the plate. Lynch trying to get him fishing, but that slow delivery able to let him just watch that one miss. Here's the 2-2, waved at, missed, and there's the first out of the inning. Also, 3rd strikeout of the game for Connor Lynch.
Joey Wymira.
So Ashton Rogers now 1 for 3 in the ball game. That brings in Joey Wymira. Wymira is 1 for 2 in this one. RBI single in the first inning and reached on an error in the second inning. He has scored 2 runs. He's also stolen a base and batted in a run. This one grounded right back to Lynch on the mound, trying to go for the double play. The throw to second is off the mark, and instead it's going to bring in another run for Wray, so Yahi Enriquez comes in to score. Wymira reaches on fielder's choice this time, as the error there committed by Carranza there at second just could not make that snag. Regardless, an error there. That's error number 6 on the game for Yuma, as the errors just piling up and starting to bite them. They committed 4 errors in that second inning. Meanwhile, Wray leads 8-0. 1 out. Base runners on first and second. Riggleman grounds this one back to Lynch there on the mound. The throw to first is in time. Took a bit of a stumble there before making the throw. However, good delivery there to get the second out. Meanwhile, base runners move up to second and third. Rich Peterson steps in now. He is 0 for 1 on the game. Walked in the first inning, struck out swinging in the second inning. Here's the first delivery. That one misses high. Easy one to lay off there for ball 1. Rich Peterson also scored a run there in the first inning. On the season, coming into today's play, 6 hits and 23 at-bats. He's scored 6 runs, batted in 4. He's been walked 4 times and struck out 5 times. Here's the 1-0. That one misses outside for ball 2. Rich Peterson, a .261 average on the season, .370 on base percentage, .261 slugging for a .631 on base plus slugging. 2-0 delivery to Peterson. This one grounded and deflects off the glove of Lynch, and that is going to bring in another run for Wray. They lead 9-0 over Yuma. Still 2 away in the inning. So Lynch, again, good opportunity to try to end the inning. However, just deflects off his glove, and Peterson will reach base. Here is Rice Peterson now. So, yeah, Enriquez came in to score previously on the throwing error. Lap came in to score this time around. Joey Wymura moves up to third, and Ridge Peterson is at first. First delivery to Rice Peterson. That one misses low and inside for ball one. So 2 more runs scoring this inning for Wray. 3 total hits and 1 error in the inning on Yuma. Pitch number 64 coming up next, but first a check on first as Ridge Peterson dives back in safely. Peterson in this game hit a triple in the first inning. Reached on an error in the second inning, a double error, if you will. A error at shortstop and then in the outfield as a uncontested steal from Ridge Peterson on that delivery. Ball 2 to Rice Peterson. Ridge Peterson just made the jump, didn't even get a throw. So now 2 in scoring position with 2 down and a 2-0 count to Rice Peterson. Good count to try to do some more damage here. This next delivery misses above the belt for ball 3. 3-0. Rice Peterson in an advantageous count. In addition, Rice Peterson, to his 1-for-2 day, he scored 2 runs and batted 2 runs in. Here's the 3-0. That one swung on, and it's a pop fly out of play. That foul ball gives him strike 1 to his count, 3-1. Couple of practice swings here before Lynch gets back set there on the mound. Trying to limit the damage here in the inning. Here's the 3-1. This one taken on the inside corner for strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 in scoring position for Wray. 2 runs for Wray also scoring in the inning to bring their lead to 9-0, bottom of the third. Payoff delivery. This one swung on, fouled away in the dirt. So if anything, Rice Peterson is making himself a very tough out for Connor Lynch to get in the inning. Pitch number 69 coming up next. Nice. Wray forced Lynch to throw 35 pitches in the first inning and forcing him to throw a lot more here in the third. Payoff pitch again. This one fouled away again. Rice Peterson forcing Lynch to throw a lot of pitches, especially under pressure with 2 in scoring position and 2 outs. Lynch trying to get out of the inning. Rice Peterson looking to extend this lead. Here's the 3-2. This one fouled away again, this time up and over the Wray dugout towards the parking lot, the one that is in the outfield of the softball field, if you know how Baker Field is laid out. Hopefully no one's car got dinged there on a foul ball. 4th time, here's the 3-2. That one misses low and inside. It's a 2-out walk. That is the 3rd walk issued by Lynch on the game. And that brings in Chris Arambula, bases loaded with 2 outs in the inning. Arambula was not quite ready to get at the plate. He was still in his catcher's gear. Of course, wants to stay prepared. And instead, he had to quickly rip all of his catcher's gear off and step into the box. Now he's batting in a pretty big spot here. And he's having a big game individually. 2 for 2 at the plate, a RBI triple in the first inning and an RBI single in the second inning. First delivery this time is swung on and fouled away up and over the plate. No balls, 1 strike for Arambula. Also scored the 5th run in the first inning. Chris Arambula was able to steal home, if you remember, there in that first inning, uncontested. Just miscommunication and some falling asleep by Yuma as he was able to come home from third base. So 0-1 count to Arambula. They had to get a new baseball from the Wray dugout. Here is the 0-1 delivery. Swung on, foul tipped, and it's now an 0-2 count. So Lynch inching closer to trying to retire this side, but Arambula Not an easy guy to do this against, especially when he is feeling really good at the plate as he has today. He's gone through some hot and cold stretches at the plate so far. He has been hot today. We'll see if he continues right here. The 0-2 delivery. That one bounces in the dirt, gets away from Perez behind the plate, and all base runners are going to move up one, including Joey Wymira coming in to score as a result of the wild pitch. So Joey Wymira is run number 10 of the game for Wray. 10-0 they lead over Yuma. Bottom of the third. Meanwhile, Ridge Peterson moves to third. Rice Peterson moves to second. A 1-2 count now for Chris Arambula. So Connor Lynch still trying to get that final out. 1-2 delivery. This one misses on the outside for ball 2. Evens up the count at 2-2. Arambula, a .314 batting average coming into today's action. 11 for 35 at the plate. 3 doubles, 2 triples now if you include today's. 2-2, bounces in the dirt, and it's now 3-2. So Arambula fighting back. He fell behind 0-2 and drew 3 consecutive balls thrown by Connor Lynch. Payoff pitch coming up. Lynch looking to get out of the inning. Arambula looking to extend it and bring in some more runs, and it's swung on. It's a pop fly. It goes nearly in foul territory, and unable to make the catch there off of first is Hugo Montez. It deflects off of his glove and off of the back of Connor Lynch, so it'll just wind up a foul ball. So Chris Arambula gets back into the box. Another payoff pitch coming from Connor Lynch. Pitch number 78 in the third inning coming up next. Of course, across the first 3 innings, not all in the third inning. That would be just ridiculous if it was. Next one, this one's grounded right up the middle, and it's a base hit for Chris Arambula. 2 runs coming in to score. Arambula is going to be limited to a single. It's now 12-0 for the Eagles. So 3 for 3 at the plate for Chris Arambula. 4 total RBIs as Ridge Peterson and Rice Peterson coming to score this time. Runs number 4 and 5 of the inning coming in to score. 4th hit of the inning as well. So batter number 9 of the inning for Connor Lynch to deal with. It's Darren Welp. This is the 2nd inning that the full batting order for Wray comes in at the plate, as Welp will take ball 1 on the inside. He's now ahead 1-0. Arambula, the lone base runner at first, as Lynch will step off, fakes the throw to first, as Arambula will scurry back in. Lynch very watchful on the bases. Here's the 1-0. This one swung on. It's a fly ball right into the infield, and the catch is made from Montez from first, and the side is retired. So Wray adds 5 to their lead on 4 hits. 1 Yuma error was committed in the inning, and 1 Wray base runner was left on. It's now 12-0 for the purple and white. Top of the 4th is next on KRDZ.
At Wray Community District Hospital and Clinic, we care for your health and are committed to the overall health and wellness of those we serve. In addition to traditional medical practices, we also offer diabetes management, cardiac rehab, imaging, nursing services, physical therapy, and much more. To find out more about all the services we offer, visit us online at rayhospital.org. Wray Community District Hospital and Clinic, promoting healthier living through compassionate quality care.
Top of the 4th inning. Wray in front now 12-0 over Yuma. This 4th inning brought to you by Wray State Bank. For all your traditional online and mobile banking needs, visit Wray State Bank. A couple of changes here for Wray. Now on the mound is Ashton Rogers. He will relieve Ridge Peterson, who pitched a great 3 innings. Just 26 pitches, 1 hit, 1 walk, and no runs. First pitch is called strike 1 on the inside half to Adrian Carranza, who's leading it off for Yuma, as Carranza falls behind 0-1. Here's the 0-1 delivery. That one misses off the plate for ball 1. Rogers limited action on the season, only appearing in 1 game on the mound, just 1 full inning, allowing 1 run. It was earned on no hits. He's walked 2 batters and also struck out 2 batters. Meanwhile, next delivery to Carranza missed low and away as well. So 2 balls and a strike to Carranza. Trying to get a rally inning coming for Yuma's JV unit as another one misses off the plate for ball 3. 3-1 the count. Other substitutions for Wray, Lawton Annan replacing Rice Peterson there at first. Carson Rockwell replacing Joey Wymura at second base. And then Reed Brown replacing Ashton Rogers in the outfield, substituting for Ridge Peterson, if you will. Next delivery misses the zone. It's a 5-pitch walk to Adrian Carranza. A leadoff walk for Yuma. We'll see what they can do with their first base runner since the top of the 1st inning. That brings in Victor Perez, the catcher. First one is waved at and missed. It looks like he got a piece of that one. It's fouled away anyways for strike 1. So Perez falls behind 0-1 in the count. Perez is 0 for 1 in the ball game. He reached on fielder's choice in the top of the 1st inning, as Arambula meeting Rogers there on the mound, just trying to walk him through, help him through this inning, this relief appearance. Of course, Wray leads 12-0. If they can allow no Yuma runs in the top of this inning, and if they score at least 3 in the bottom of the inning, then it could be a 4-inning mercy rule, but we shall see. Rogers is ready with the 0-1. Next delivery misses high and inside. There's ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Perez. Perez, one of the few regulars on this Yuma team today. Coming in today's action, 9 hits and 28 at-bats for a .321 batting average. Pickoff attempt at first is unsuccessful. It was off the mark. However, Carranza is just going to stay there. So, not really an error there. Saved by Carranza not moving. Here's the 1-1 to Perez. It's a pop fly just over the Yuma dugout, and it's going to be out of play. Does make it a 2-strike count, meanwhile, for Victor Perez. 1 and 2 now at the plate. Perez also has driven in the lone triple of the season for Yuma. He's scored 7 runs. He has struck out 13 times. We'll see if Ashton Rogers can add to that total here. 1-2 delivery. Swung on, foul tipped right into the glove of Arambula, and there's the strikeout. So he does add to Victor Perez's team-leading total. Now there is strikeout number 14 of the season. So there's the first out of the inning for Yuma. First strikeout of the game for Rogers. Second strikeout overall, as Ridge Peterson had 1 strikeout in his 3-inning start. That brings in Hugo Montez. First delivery is swung at and fouled away in the dirt. So Montez falls behind 0-1. 1 down. Adrian Carranza, the base runner at first for Yuma, and Wray in front 12-0 in the top of the 4th inning. Rogers getting some more opportunity here. Again, a JV opportunity, if you will, as the next delivery misses below the knees for ball 1. 1-1 count for Montez. Originally, a JV game was scheduled to played at 2 today. However, a lack of player availability for Yuma. They're just going to play this varsity game here, and then we'll see if they can try to play a JV game later. A stolen base, meanwhile, for Carranza is successful, but the throw is off the mark and allowed him to advance to third as well. So there's the first error of the game for Wray versus 6 errors by Yuma. So Carranza now base runner at third with 1 out, and a 1-2 count to Montez as the next delivery was called strike 2. Next delivery, that one he lays off for ball 2. A 2-2 count now. So, 2-2 count from Rogers. Here's the next delivery, bounces in the dirt, and the throw to third by Arambula is off the mark, and that will bring in the first Yuma run of the game. It's now 12-1 in the top of the 4th inning on the error. So 2 errors in the inning, 1 run scoring for Yuma. Be an unearned run to Ashton Rogers total. 12-1, base is now empty, 1 down in the inning, and meanwhile the next delivery, it's going to walk Hugo Montez. So 2 walks issued in the inning for Ashton Rogers. So 2 walks and a strikeout, 1 run coming in to score unearned. Here is Connor Lynch. Lynch is 0 for 1 on the game. He had a pop out in the 2nd inning. Here's the next delivery. It bounces off of the foot of Lynch, and it's a hit by pitch. So a hit batter right here for Ashton Rogers. That puts base runners on first and second now with still 1 out in the inning. Brings in the JV bottom of the order, however. The final 4 batters in the Yuma order are JV players, starting with Bridger Lynch. Lynch is 0 for 1 in this one, grounded out to third in the 2nd inning. First delivery to him is called strike 1 on the outside corner. So he falls behind 0-1. Bridger Lynch on the season. Just 2 for 3 at the plate coming into today's action, appearing in 3 of Yuma's 10 games. Next delivery called strike 2. So Rogers knocking on the door of potentially his 2nd strikeout in this inning as he looks for the 2nd out. Here's the 0-2 delivery. This one swung on, popped foul, and it stays an 0-2 count. Pitch number 20 of the inning coming up next for Ashton Rogers. Trying to get some more experience on the mound, given the current situation. The 0-2 delivery, that one is just above the zone for ball 1. Good pitch to lay off there for Bridger Lynch. Very tempting one to swing at there, however, he wisely lays off. He stays alive in the count. 1-2 now with 1 down in the inning. And this one is going to be grounded to third. Darren Welp, the pickup. Throw to first is in time for the 2nd out. Both base runners for Yuma moving up in the meantime. Hugo Montez to third, Connor Lynch to 2nd. But there's 2 away in the inning. Darren Welp, a couple of good throws in this one there from third. Of course, that's the farthest throw to make on the infield. And he's been doing well so far. That brings in Braden Brunk, and he swings on the first pitch, fouls it away to the parking lot. No balls, 1 strike to Brunk. He is 0 for 1 in this one. Also grounded out to third there from the 2nd inning, just like Bridger Lynch just did. 2 down, 2 in scoring position for Yuma. Wray leads by 11. Here's the 0-1, waved at and missed on the slow swing as he falls behind 0-2. Brunk again getting his first varsity action in this game. Normally a JV player. 0-2, that one called strike 3 on the lower outside corner, and the side is retired. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Ashton Rogers. Limits his damage to just 1 unearned run, and 2 are stranded on. So 1 run on no hits, 2 Wray errors, and 2 are left on. It's now 12-1 heading into the bottom of the 4th on KRDZ. Bottom of the 4th inning, Wray in front of Yuma, 12-1. Connor Dockery on KRDZ. The bottom of the 4th brought to you by Slick Spot. For all things on wheels, Slick Spot's got your back. Shop for tires online at slickspotfarmandtruck.com. Leading us off in the inning, Yahi Enriquez. And we have a new pitcher for Yuma. It'll be Hugo Montez stepping on the mound. He will relieve Connor Lynch after 3 innings and 80 pitches thrown. Lynch surrendered 10 hits, 12 runs, walked 3 batters, struck out 3 batters, as the first delivery is going to be popped foul up and out of play as Enriquez falls behind 0-1. So Montez stepping on the mound. He's only pitched in 1 inning so far this game, as the next delivery is called strike 2 on the knees to Enriquez. Montez coming into today's action on the mound, giving up 2 hits, 3 runs, 1 of those earned. He's walked 2 batters, got no strikeouts, has a 7.0 ERA and a 4.0 whip, as this one is going to be actually dinged off of his bat. So counts as a foul ball. So instead of a 1-2 count, it's still an 0-2 count. Next delivery, that one is missed on the outside edge for ball 1. That one was very close. Here we had called strike 3, nearly the first strikeout of the season for Hugo Montez. Instead, it's still a 1-2 count. Here's the next delivery. That one a half-hearted swing by Enriquez, and he breaks the plane. And there it is, first strikeout for Hugo Montez, first out of the inning. That brings in Caden Lapp. Actually make that, it's going to be a pinch batter. It's going to be Braxton Case in place of Caden Lapp. So the first pitch to Case swung on and missed for strike 1. So Case in this one takes over for Caden Lapp, who is 2 for 2 in this one with a run scored. Another one swung on and missed on a low delivery, and he falls behind 0-2. Case on the season just appearing in one game, one at bat. He's 0 for 1. So getting some limited experience on the season, getting some more experience right here. 0-2 delivery way above the zone. That's an easy one to lay off. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Braxton Case. Montez looking to make this a quick inning for Wray. If they're able to get at least 4 runs in the inning, it'll be a mercy rule victory. This one grounded right on the infield. Carranza struggling to make the pickup, and making it on base is Braxton Case. So with 1 down in the inning, Case makes it to first base, and that will bring in the top of the order for Wray. Here is Ashton Rogers again. So base runner on first with no down in the inning. Here's the first delivery to Rogers. This one swung on, foul tip behind the plate. So Rogers falls behind 0-1. On the ball game, he's 1 for 3. Single in the first inning, ground out later in the first inning, and then a swinging strikeout in the 3rd inning. He's also stolen a base and scored a run. So far in the inning, Braxton Case, base runner at first, reaching on an error. Here is the 0-1 delivery. That one laid off for ball 1. Nice one to lay off. It was low, just below the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike to Rogers. Looking to keep this going again. Trying to get a big inning going. Wray currently leads by 11. For a 4-inning mercy rule, they need to finish the inning up by at least 15. So if they can get at least 4 runs in the inning, it will be ball game, as a uncontested steal by Braxton Case from first to second. No throw by Perez. So now a base runner in scoring position for Wray with 1 down in the inning. So Rogers back in at the plate. Montez really staring there to second base at Case as the next delivery is in the dirt. Gets away from Perez. However, Case does not move from second to third. Had a big, wide open opportunity there if he wanted to. He's just going to stay there. 3-1 the count, meanwhile, to Ashton Rogers. Pitch number 14 of the inning with 1 out is next. 3-1. That one is called strike 2 on the outside corner. Runs the count full. Rogers was hoping that would be outside for ball 4. However, Montez, great location there, able to get just enough of the plate to get that strike call. Here's the 3-2 delivery. This one swung on, grounded right to third. Couldn't get the tag. The throw to first is not in time. And base runners are now on the corners with still 1 out. So Rogers reaching on fielder's choice despite Yuma not able to get the out. That brings in Joey Wymura. Actually, it was going to be Joey Wymura. It's Carson Rockwell, of course, in the top of the inning. Rockwell taking over for Joey Wymura in the field. So here is Carson Rockwell instead. First delivery misses way off the plate, and a uncontested steal by Rogers anyways, and had a wide open opportunity as the pitch missed the glove of Perez. So Joey Wymura in this game, he was 1 for 3. RBI single in the first inning. And Rockwell now 1-0 count at the plate. Next one is going to be grounded right up the line on the first baseline. That's going to bring in 2 runs. Goes all the way to the outfield fence. Montanez struggling to get this one in. Rockwell, he's pushing all the way for third, and he's going to make it safely. Carson Rockwell hits a triple, brings in 2 runs, and Wray now leads by 13. 14-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning against a Yuma JV unit. Carson Rockwell, first high school varsity triple. Congratulations, my friend. So coming in to score Braxton Case and Ashton Rogers. Just the first hit of the inning, so 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error for Yuma as Camden Riggleman steps in. He's going to line this one foul along the third baseline. No balls, 1 strike to Riggleman. So Rockwell, the base runner at third, still 1 out in the inning. If Wray can get 2 more runs here, it will be a 4-inning mercy rule. Riggleman 0 for 3 in this one. He had a couple of flyouts to the outfield in the first and second innings, and then a ground out in the third inning. Looking to turn that around here. Next delivery misses above the belt. That's ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Riggleman. Riggleman on this season, .324 batting average, 12 for 37 at the plate. He's hit 1 of 3 home runs on the season for Wray. Actually hit the first of those 3, as the next delivery is going to be called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Riggleman as Hugo Montez on the mound searches for that second out. Trying to hold Rockwell there at third base. 1-2 delivery misses way high and inside for ball 2. Riggleman having to duck out of there. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Riggleman. Riggleman's also batted in a team-high 14 RBIs on the season. Runs batted in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This one a swinging foul. Just rolls just behind the plate. It keeps it a 2-2 count. So nearly a swinging bunt there for Riggleman, however, just foul. So Montez so far giving up 2 runs here in relief on 1 hit. Next delivery bounces in the dirt, and Rockwell, thought about coming home, and he ultimately does not. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. It runs full against Riggleman. Trying to bring in Rockwell from third base. Riggleman, meanwhile, a couple of practice swings. You know he wants to make contact here. Payoff pitch from Montez. That one a swinging bunt, goes right back to Montez on the mound. The pickup throw to first is high, but he does get Connor Lynch on the bag for the second out, but he does bring in Rockwell to score. It's an RBI ground out for Riggleman. So a 14-run lead now for Wray, 15-1. They lead over Yuma. If they could get 1 more run across in the inning, it will be a mercy rule. So Rich Peterson steps in. Make that Reed Brown actually. Reed Brown actually subbed in for Rich Peterson in the top half of the inning in the field. Peterson started the game, pitched the first 3 innings, allowed no runs on 1 hit. And Rogers, who was in center field, relieved Rich Peterson, and as a turn, Reed Brown replaced Rich Peterson at that point in center field. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Reed Brown. Reed Brown, the senior. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one misses below the knees for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike for Brown. So Brown, just like Rich Peterson, initially was not on the opening day roster for this Wray team. However, he decided that he wanted to play some ball for his senior year. So he swings and fouls this one behind. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Reed Brown. 2 down in the inning. Bases are empty. Wray by 14. We're going to get on base here, keep this inning going. Trying to be the winning run, if you will, the mercy rule run. 2-2 to Brown, that one in the dirt. Ball 3, it runs full. 3-2 against Brown. So Brown getting his first action at the plate last game against Burlington. Had 2 at-bats. Got a hit in his very first one, a single, in that big 7-run inning in the 5th inning for Wray, the difference maker in that 11-5 victory. This one misses inside, and it's going to be a walk. The first walk Drawn by Reed Brown. So with 2 outs, Wray now has a base runner at first. And batting in place of Bryce Peterson, it's Lawton Annan. Bryce Peterson before him was 1 for 2 at the plate with a triple and a walk, scoring 3 of Ray's 15 runs at this point. First pitch to Annan, that one is called strike 1 at the knees. Annan coming into today's action, he probably before Ridge Peterson joined the group was getting some action at the beginning of the season. Still searching for his first hit, 0 for 7 at the plate on the season. As he swings, it gets a short pop. It finds the dirt, but the throw to first is off the mark. So Lawton Annan with 2 outs makes it on base. It goes right into the infield in between Carranza, Bridger Lynch, and Hugo Montez. And it was Carranza who made the pickup. Throw to first was off the mark. So Annan reaches on an error. That's the second error of the inning on Yuma. And that brings in Jack Frericks, batting in place of Chris Arambula. So now Wray making it a bit of a JV game, if you will. First pitch to Frericks, swung on and missed. So Chris Arambula before him went 3 for 3 at the plate. A triple and 2 singles with 4 total RBIs. So a great game in 3 plate appearances for Chris Arambula. Meanwhile, a pickoff attempt for Reed Brown is in time. So Reed Brown caught off the bag, and he's going to be picked off at second base, and the side is retired. So Wray is able to score 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. However, they only lead by 14. Couldn't get the 4-inning mercy rule. So, top of the 5th inning is next. Wray leads 15-1 on KRDZ. Top of the 5th inning, Wray in front 14 runs. It's 15-1. Connor Dockery on KRDZ. Ashton Rogers remains on the mound in relief, and leading us off for Yuma is Carlos Wario. The first delivery to him is called strike 1 on the inside. So if Rogers can get through this inning, allowing 4 or fewer runs, it will be a mercy rule victory for Wray. The mercy rule is 20-plus run lead after 3, 15-plus after 4, or 10-plus lead 5 and beyond. So Wray just missing out on that 15-run lead in the 4th, trying to go for the 10-plus run lead here as the ground out there by Carlos Wario. That one grounded to short. Riggleman a good throw to first, and that is the first out of the inning. That brings in Cody Smithy, So largely a JV unit for Yuma, and Wray is starting to trickle in some JV players of their own as a swing and a miss on the first delivery to Smithy. So subbing in, meanwhile, Rockwell, Reed Brown, Lawton Annan, Jack Frericks, and Braxton Case have subbed in for the Wray Eagles. Again, FBLA wrapping up today. Players starting to trickle in for both these schools, specifically Yuma. There was supposed to be a JV game played at 2 today. However, that didn't happen because Yuma didn't have the players. Barely able to field the team here. That's why it's largely a JV game for them. Meanwhile, a 2-1 count to Cody Smithy. He's 0 for 1 in this one. He grounded out to first base in the third inning. 2-1. This one is popped up and over the plate for strike 2. It's now a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Smithy with 1 down in the inning. Base is empty for Yuma. Wray leads 15-1. He was able to get 1 run on an error in the previous inning, and that 1 run actually was the difference between a 4-inning mercy rule and possibly here a 5th inning mercy rule. First of 2 meetings right here between Wray and Yuma. Swing and a miss. There is the second out of the inning and the 3rd strikeout in relief by Ashton Rogers. That brings back to the top of the order, Angel Escobar at the plate for Yuma. So Rogers, his 2nd inning here in relief. 3rd inning overall on the season as his first pitch is in the dirt to Escobar. Escobar 0 for 1 this one, walked in the 1st inning, grounded out to the pitcher's mound in the 3rd inning. Next one misses as well. That's ball 2. 2-0 the count for Escobar. Trying to get on base for the 2nd time in this one. 2-0. That one misses off the plate. 3-0. Trying to draw his 2nd walk of the game. Just 3 walks issued by Wray's pitching staff. 1 for Ridge Peterson and 2 for Rogers in the previous inning. Next one is called. Strike 1 on the outside black. 3 balls, 1 strike to Escobar. Rogers is ready. Here's the 3-1 delivery. That one swung on, popped foul, and it runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rogers has Yuma on their final strike of the afternoon. As I mentioned, these 2 teams will also play next Saturday on the road in Yuma. 3-2, swung on and missed, and the ball game is over. Back-to-back strikeouts from Ashton Rogers on the mound. He's got 4 in relief, and it is a 5-inning mercy rule in favor of the Wray Eagles over the Yuma JV unit. So, a big afternoon for the Wray Eagles. They now climb back to 500, not only in lower plat play, but overall. They're now 4-4 in the lower plat, 6-6 overall. Yuma drops to 4-5 in the lower plat and 4-7 overall. So, Ridge Peterson picks up the win on the mound, 3 innings, allowing 1 hit, no runs. He also issued 1 walk and struck out 1 batter. Meanwhile, Ashton Rogers in relief, pitching the final 2 innings, allowing 1 run on no hits. He walked 2 batters and struck out 4. Picking up the loss for Yuma, Connor Lynch pitched 3 innings. He allowed 10 hits for 12 runs. Also walked 3 batters and struck out 3 batters as well. Once again, final score 15-1 for Wray. They were able to get their 15 runs on 11 hits. They committed 2 errors, and they also had 5 batters stranded on base. Meanwhile, Yuma, just 1 run on 1 hit. They committed 8 errors, and they had 3 batters left on. Wray takes this one 15-1. That's going to do it for today's game. Eagles baseball will be back in action on Saturday when they take on Haxton in a doubleheader on the road. First pitch of game one will be at 11 a.m. Check out KRDZ.com for our upcoming broadcast schedule. My name is Connor Dockery. Thanks for tuning into this presentation of high school baseball on KRDZ.
Sukup Manufacturing Company hires people that were born and raised to work in this industry.
I grew up farming, and we had Sukup equipment on our farm.
I still actively farm. I know what the farmers' problems are. I can use that to help make our products better.
What kind of separates a successful farm from one that's having a little more trouble right now is the ability to market your grain.
And the best way to manage that?
On-farm storage.
Sue Rother, fleet manager for Sukup trucking operations.
We've had several calls where a farmer has broke down, a dealer needs a part right away. We do whatever we can to get it there.
The Sukup dealer network is also a critical part of the company's success.
Our relationship with our dealers is very close. They know who they can contact if they have a need.
The dealers are absolutely committed to this product.
When you buy something, you want to make sure you have good service that comes with it.
You have depended on Farm Rain for your customized farming equipment and service. We are humbled by your trust. We don't take it lightly. And we don't take it for granted. Thank you for continuing to count on us.